shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Finding space at the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a handoff to Chandler. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Chandler on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ty Chandler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On third down, Mayfield. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up fourth down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Hardman on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Marshall. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Here's Chandler. Ooh, the juke. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Some people have been playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
All these years we've been...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hardman to return. Penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run it with Chandler. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this 1st half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's Mayfield. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Second and 11 now. Mayfield off the play fake. Out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now Chandler. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And there we saw one of the down. Sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty, but it does ricochet home. And the route is on here in this first half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff as they run the counter play. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Fourth down, Mayfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chandler, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Got his man complete. Moore. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 41. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Give him 42 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the Ravens are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.